It is officially spooky season and I need my hair to match the theme as we're doing today. I hope you're as excited as I am. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Faven. I use they them pronouns, and I am so excited to dye my hair. Social media link down below. Let's get into it. So, my hair is a lot more faded than it was a couple days ago, and I always do this to myself where I don't fade it like as gradually as I intend and have to do a little bit more drastic measures to get it to this point because my hair will never just have no color in it. Before I go to the next color, I did a baking soda vitamin C treatment first round, and then I did like a very minimal bleach wash after that. Like first round, second round was the bleach wash, like with volume 10 developer, and I made sure I did not touch my roots with it. You can it's part of the purple that still has like a bit of purple that's not green, because I was like, you're not touching these roots. Even though I use like volume 10 and then use shampoo to like dilute it and all that, I was like, you're not touching my roots. And then after that, I had put, because I used bleach, I put a hair mask, left it in for like over 24 hours, just because I was like, ooh, whenever I use bleach on this white hair, I'm like, I don't want it ending up on the floor. So I'm trying to save as much as possible by putting a hair mask in. Left it in overnight. And then I did another treatment. This time I put some charcoal in it because there's charcoal lightener. It was baking soda, vitamin C, charcoal, conditioner, shampoo, because all of that, like baking soda and vitamin C, are very drying, and my hair had that hair mask in it. So, and then when I put that stuff, all that together, my hair was still soft after doing that. I then did do another bleach thing. My hair was wet, and then I did volume 10 and bleach, and then after that I put another hair mask in, slept in that, and rinsed it out this morning, and my hair was dry. It has no product, no leave-in or anything in it, and it's ready to dye. Before we actually get to that process, I gotta show you the colors. One of my favorite brands of hair color is Underground Cosmetics. Their color is under $10, and actually now you actually can save a bit when you buy 2 or more, I think. So I did that. It also comes with a sticker and a business card that's around here somewhere, and the stickers changed definitely, but I'm going to show you the colors we're doing. And with the base I have now, it's perfect for the colors I'm doing, and so it works out perfectly. Like it's going to be good. And Underground Cosmetics always comes with like instructions and preparing, like it always comes with it. Every time I bought hair dye from them, it's come with this card, which I think is nice. And the 3 colors are obviously spooky colors. You got neon orange. It's very bright orange. Very excited. And then the other 2 colors, this is the only new color. The other 2 colors I've actually had before. This is like the first colors I ever bought were these 2 colors, and that is neon purple and neon, it's so neon you can't even see it, neon chartreuse. And those are the colors. I love Underground Cosmetics because the tube is wide enough for you to stick a brush directly in. And also when you, like, the color runs out, you can use it for when you have other colors that you want to save for the next time in it. And so I think it's really great. So when I had these two colors, I was dyeing my hair purple and green, obviously, and I cosplayed as Claudine. I ended up buying darker versions of these two colors because that time when I bleached my hair, it wasn't actually bleach, it was like high lift color, and it did not high lift on my hair. My hair is a very dark brown. Like, obviously, it's a very dark brown. And it got it to a... I did 2 rounds, and it's like on my page, like back in 2022. And it didn't do what it was supposed to. But I liked this green on the rest of my hair. Just, it didn't look right at the top portion, so I changed the entire plan. And then I made the other purple darker. But I liked this purple too. I liked both of these colors. That whole thing messed up everything. And then I had to like fix it later on. I want to try these colors without all of that issues. I'm not bleaching my roots for a while. The back of my hair is mostly my natural color, except for the bottom. But I am going to, what I wanted to do was get this darker purple, and I'm still probably going to do that, and dye my natural color and this back portion that's still like a lighter purple, dye it that purple, just so that there was like a blend, because because my hair is like a brown and not a black, it needs, there's the front of your hair has color and the back of it's brown, and with some people it looks really cool. It does not look really cool with me, and it's actually kind of distracting to me. No one else has noticed it in person or said like, oh my gosh, blah blah blah, but I notice, and when I'm looking in a mirror and I'm like, ooh. We're not touching the back of my head at all. It's put away, and you're probably not going to see it in this video at all. But let's get started. The pattern. So my hair still has color in it, and we're going to try to work with it. We're not doing the same stripey thing. I mean, we're going to technically do something. I wanted to something absolutely insane. So I every time I like do my hair, I have to make it more and more complicated. I don't know why I do this to myself. I make it more and more complicated. I did 6 colors and stripes, and we're doing something even more complicated than that. And it's something that I did try last year when I did my bangs black and pink, but black bled onto the pink, and so that was not a good plan. This time we're going to do these 3 colors. It's very complicated. I'm going to just show you what I mean. I'm gonna start off with this section. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take sections of my hair. Probably should have put a little bit of conditioner in. A little something in my hair. I'm going to divide the section into 3. And since green is this is green, we're going to start, like, this front piece is going to be green. I think I'm going to do that for both sides, just to make my life a little bit easier. But we're going to alternate between colors being in the front up until the top portion, and the top portion we're gonna do something else maybe. I think we're gonna, do something a little different. So I am currently watching Ninjago because it's Labor Day weekend. Pretty sure it's Labor Day weekend. It's Labor Day weekend, and I don't have to work on Monday, so I'm just like, this weekend we're watching Lego Ninjago. I checked them all out at the library, well, all the seasons they had, and I'm like, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna watch it as I dye my hair. And so if you hear a noise, like, that sounds like a DVD is spinning around, there is a DVD spinning around, and I could watch it on live, like, streaming services, but I tend to use that as like a background noise, but the act of putting in a DVD makes me more likely to watch it. Like, I'm not gonna, I do want to talk more about Lego Ninjago, but while I dye my hair, it's not gonna be done well. But that's what I'm currently watching. I don't know how this is gonna look. I tried to look up like patterns, and what I kept seeing was like chunky highlights. That would inspire me, no. But is it gonna technically look like chunky highlights? Technically. But also, no, it's not, because they're like, chunky highlights are just like they're just 2 colors, and I have 3 colors. So the highlights is really gonna be the green parts. I probably will end up making smaller sections, I think. But I'm thinking keeping it simple actually would be best to prevent bleeding and stuff. So I'm like, oh, should I do more sections? No. We're gonna follow a pattern. We're gonna do green, and then we're gonna do orange, and then we're gonna do purple. Since purple is darker, and I want to make sure that it does not get on the green. They're gonna be alternating. So we're gonna start green here, orange, purple. Next session is gonna start with orange, then purple, then green. Then we're gonna do purple, then orange, then green. I think that's what we're doing. That sounds right. Wait, I'm actually having second thoughts. I'm thinking making this green, and then maybe do a section of purple, and then this is chaotic. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm changing my mind as I'm doing it, because I'm just like, I really like this green, and I kind of want it to be the focus. Like I just said, I was traumatized by, like, I'm dark greens. This green right here, honestly, chartreuse is my favorite green, especially neon chartreuse. Like this green, look at it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I think what I'm gonna do is, yeah, this is gonna be green. I'm changing my mind. I'm liking the idea of this being green. Doing a nice, because I don't want, I want it to be very much different. I want to like do different things. I am taking a break from bleaching my hair, so we're just gonna have fun with this really damaged hair. And then as it grows out, we're gonna trim, and we're gonna work on hair growth. And then after we do that, we are going to try something. We're gonna do a thing. And while I have you here, the thing I'm thinking is just do, like, I always say I'm doing 1 round of bleach and then end up doing more. What we're going to end up doing is like 1 round of bleach and maybe 1 round of high lift color. and then we probably won't be able to do too many pastels. And if I do pastels, it's probably going to be like bangs or something. Yes, absolutely. That looks amazing. That's amazing. Uh, it's spectacular. Great move, great move, great work, everybody. Okay, I am going to do something to the top of my head, and I will show you after I finished applying it all. Just so, because I don't know, and I'm gonna think on it for a minute. But I'll show you what it is after it's all applied. I had to cut all of this off because I got this really thick knot that I just could not get out. And so this section right here has a bit that's shorter, and I'm sad about it. But let's talk about what I did with my hair. So we left off with this purple section. I did a thin layer of green, a thin layer of orange, and on both sides, obviously. And then I was like, you know what we should do? What we're not going to do is this whole section is purple again. Like, we're not repeating that pattern. And obviously, and I was going to like just keep that going for the top half of my head. But the color underneath this is like a greeny color, and I didn't want the orange to look ugly, so I decided no, we're not going to do that. We are going to instead do stripes going a different direction, where we start and end with purple, but we have two sections of green, and see how thin the layers are. And that's what I did. And this section right here is the one that you probably can't tell where it is. That's shorter. But yeah, and so like bangs, everything's looking like this. Also, I tend to part my hair like this, so we get a little bit of everything going on. I don't part my hair down the middle. This is like my true calling, to have like a side part. I discovered a side part in, actually I've always knew about it, but like the deep short side part back in high school and never turned back. But yeah, so I'm gonna let it sit for about an hour, and then I'm gonna rinse it out, and you'll see it at some point. I don't know if it'll be today, and if it is, it will not be in this room. It'll be in a different location. I actually maybe a little bit longer than an hour, because I want to do some TikTok transitions. But yeah, this is the hair, and I will show you at some point the end results. So it's a few days later, and this is the results of my hair. My bangs are kind of doing what they want, which is what they do, honestly. This is what it looks like pulled back. This is kind of my typical style. I tend to have my hair pulled back and then have bangs until I'm sick of the bangs. And with this style, you can see literally every single color all over the place. And I love that. I like this pattern. In the bangs, you do get like the orange bits on the side. There was more, but once this portion on the side dries, it tends to not sit as nicely. As you can see, this part's already trying to like sticking out a lot farther, and so I just kind of put them behind my ears, but you can still see the 3 different colors. But yeah, I am obsessed with my bangs. Like, the purple and the green look so good together, and it depends on what base you're starting your hair off with, because this shade of green and this shade of green are 2 different shades of green. Underneath the purple and green was a very light minty green, and so it kind of enhanced the chartreuse. This is probably more likely the color that it's going to be, but this one did have like a slight peachy color underneath. So it just depends on what color you're starting your hair off with. If your hair is more yellow, it's going to look more like this. And if it has any like blues or greens, it's going to look more like this. The purple looks true no matter where it's placed. And the orange looks pretty orange no matter where it is. This is where orange was, I'm pretty sure. But also over here, that might have been, actually this might have been pink. That was pink, I think. Actually, it was purple. I don't remember what it was, but it turned out orange, and then over here is orange. Just the green I was concerned about, but I managed to get the hair light enough that I could dye over it, and it's never going to be white before I go the next color, and I've made my peace with it. But as long as it looks nice, that's all I care about. And the colors look really nice right now. I didn't, when I washed it out, it was fine. I didn't see, like when I wet my hair and run my fingers through it, I don't have the purple and green and orange bleeding together. They're all separate colors. I'm going to keep an eye on that and keep you updated on if it ends up bleeding. But I love this brand so much. I have not had issues with it. I did mention in like my first video that I was not a big fan of the smell. I still stand by that. It's not as bad because I'm kind of used to it, even though I haven't used it in a long time. Actually, I did. I did use it recently, when I dyed my hair purple. The first time I used it as a base, the darker one as a base, and then added more blue, and that's why my hair turned green when it was getting the color out, because that blue was in there. To dark, I was trying to make the blue darker, the purple darker, and the blue added to it. So, but there was no bleeding. I also didn't really have bleeding when I had rainbow hair, so I haven't had any. The only time I really had bleeding issues is when I had black and pink hair. Every other time when I have 2 different color hair or multiple colors in my hair, I haven't had bleeding, except for black and pink, because black bled onto the pink. But that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the color. I got some feedback from work and everybody loved it, and these colors scream Halloween, so people were like, Halloween, and yes, and it glows under black light. If I remember and I can find my black light before this video gets posted, I'm gonna put pictures of what it looks like under black light. If I don't, I'll put it on my community tab. Depending on what I end up doing, you'll still see what the color it looks like under black light, because it does glow under black light. But that's all, and until next time, bye.